we were involved in a research study looking at the impact of bloodstream infection, patients that developed a bloodstream infection while in hospital. As an infection prevention control practitioner and a researcher on that study, we followed the patients up post-discharge to find out the longer term impact, because it's something that we realised that we didn't often think about, is after the patient's been discharged, how it impacted on their lives and their families' lives. So we interviewed patients post-discharge after a BSI, the bloodstream infection. So I went to one elderly gentleman to discuss how he got on after he was discharged. And it was quite an emotional interview I did with him. His wife joined us and he explained that when he came out of hospital, he hadn't had much communication. Nobody really told him what to expect, or even if he had the infection, he was just given antibiotics. He became better and then went home. But in actual fact, when he came home, he believed he was still very infectious. He was frightened for his wife, so his wife moved into the spare room. He was an avid golfer before he went into hospital, and he gave up his golf membership. Him and his wife went caravanning frequently. They stopped doing that. He basically became a recluse in his own home because he was so frightened about giving this infection to other people. What's worse was his only grandchild had just given birth to his great-grandchild 2 weeks previous to me going round there, and he'd never seen this new baby. Big event in the family, and he was absolutely devastated because he was so scared about passing on any infection. So it had a major impact on his life and indeed his family's. And if going back, if people, healthcare professionals, had communicated and understood how he was feeling and gave him the information communicated that way before he was discharged, nothing like that needed to have happened. So for me, it's a situation that occurs far too readily, and as an infection prevention practitioner, you know, we're very keen to tell patients what we think that they need to know, give them all the factual information, tell them what to do, and then they'll be fine. But we don't often really listen to what they're saying, and not even listening, but actually hearing what they're saying and understanding what they're saying. Even if we think what they think is a bit ridiculous, or, you know, it's easy for us to say, well, that's not going to happen, or that's not true, but that's real for them, and it's their real feelings and real perceptions. So we need to listen more, and we need to understand how they feel and make sure that they understand what the situation is, and having that communication, having the two-way communication with them, and listening more rather than just talking.